9, dog.
Nikki, stop moving around.
Yeah. Welcome back to the channel, guys. So tonight I'm just gonna do a quick video because race is starting in like an hour, a little less. So I don't think I'm going to be posting video content while I'm racing. Whenever I'm pretty much active or on my phone, I plan to be participating in the race, and then when not participating in the race, I'll probably be busy in real life. So I'll be strapped on time to make a video. But it could change, meaning if I find free time, there could come a time where I make a video. I just recently done the era duels, and I did not do very well in them at all. Mainly, I guess you would say that I didn't get my playtesting done soon enough. I only won 5 times before we lost, but I had planned to make significant changes to my team if we'd have made it out of that last duel without losing, but I wasn't fortunate enough to do so. Um, so the thing that I basically messed up with was that I tried to tank for too long, meaning I should have seen enough signs to know that the taunt monster wasn't any good this air season, but I kind of kept going with it, and then, yeah, we basically lost. Lupo would have been my change for the tank. I wanted to run Lupo to begin with, but I just thought that I talked myself into Pull Out of Puss, and I talked myself into Calamedic being better choices than Lupo, and the problem was I just, relentlessly wanted to run the taunt monster because I felt the taunt was good, but with area dodge. But it turned out that the taunt monster was not good. He was pretty much useless in every fight, and I was given more than enough chances to realize that he was useless and swap him out for Lupo, and I never did so. So I kind of deserved to lose. We spent 200 gems moving runes to those monsters and opening up a couple of slots on like Pull Out of Puss. So again, I don't really support the event. I don't like it. I don't think it's free to play friendly. I think that basically free to play are getting fed to spenders. There's just no way around how are you supposed to build a team for that event and move runes to it. If you're free to play, you're most likely going to be going with the monsters of that season that you thought were decent and you put runes on already to play with normally, and then you're basically just making your team out of the monsters that you have runed normally, which aren't necessarily going to be the best monsters for that event. They're going to be the best that you have. And in that case, you're basically going to be food for the multiple people that can afford to actually plan a strat and rune up a strat, even if that strat be loaded with mutant runes. Like, even I myself am starting to climb up in mutant runes, and I felt like that was all that I beat in the event, was like people who didn't have mutant runes, people who only had like level 7s. Like, I didn't like, it really didn't feel right, like when you were winning against somebody who's basically wearing 5s or 6s and they're just trying to get some cosmic chests. In my opinion, I wish that they'd stop putting that ticket in the pass. I think that it should be an event just for spenders, and if they do keep putting it in the pass, I think there should be some sort of free event that comes with it on ability to move runes and open up rune slots. So like if the air duels comes one day a month, I think there should be an event one day a month where it's totally free to move runes on the new cosmic era monsters or whatever, meaning any of the monsters from that season should be free to move a rune to, or take a rune off of, or open a rune slot up on for that one day. Then I would support them having that ticket in there and free to play getting it. But currently I feel taunted by it. If you're going to give me a challenge, I'm going to take it. So I will be trying again next season if they put that ticket in the next pass, which I presume they will. So yeah, that's basically my thoughts on it. Is I don't find it free to play friendly at all. I was disappointed that I didn't do better. So I'll be trying harder next time. I look at it as it would have been hard to do better than my last Air Duels, this Air Duels, but at least now in the next Air Duels, it should be easy to do better than this Air Duels. So that's kind of more motivating. And I did enjoy being able to take the full day off. I was able to sleep very well and be more prepared for this race than I was last race. Last race, I had been up all day doing the Air Duels, and I was completely exhausted come race time, and not much help. So I did not breed a single El Colossal Light monster or Magic monster. The only one I was really interested in was Corruptus, and I didn't have the combo for him, so none of the monsters were worth buying the combo to me, so I just let it go. I haven't even activated my Guardian. I will be doing so for the race. Currently, I need to eat all of my farms, and then I need to put big farms because race is going to be starting in the same amount of time these farms are going to take to grow. And then I will turn on the Food Guardian before I collect them, since it doesn't really matter if you planted the farm before or after. Aside from that, I did get enough to rank for the PvP monster. I just haven't done so yet. I've also tried to push PvP, but PvP is so unpredictable when doing attacks. You just get 1 trophies or 5 trophies, and then you get attacked back and lose 20 some trophies, so it's really hard to push. It is basically the last couple of hours, and it really sucks that we're going to be in a pretty active race, or part of the race, which is the beginning when it first starts, and that's what's going to be when the PvP season ends. But currently, we are way down in 17th. I will try one more time, most likely to push before the season ends, or maybe 2 more times. It looks like we got almost 4 hours left in the season, which is enough for 2 shields. So yeah, like that's pretty much my plan on that. Uh, the multiplayer challenge, we do get the extra egg for doing top 500, and also it's been brought to my attention that this is possible for just gold to get a decent chunk of the rewards, considering that every 12 hours the shop resets, and they have all of these back here for you to be able. It's like 3,000 cells worth, but it's also like 30 million gold, I think, for the 3,000 cells worth. So I mean, it's not exactly free. It does cost a good bit of gold, but still, you're able to buy a level 7 and a 6 with gold, and maybe even a Forsaken. That seems not so bad. It left me not with much gold for doing my farms during the race, but I will be basically trying to hang on this race. Don't expect me to, be some super race addict because I joined the great guys. Basically, I exhausted all of my race prep on the last race, and I have been trying to get my race prep back up, but I was also like, I didn't really use the second breeder pretty much all month, not gonna lie. Like, I really just didn't know what I wanted to be doing with it, and that's why I left it like that. Like, I don't like breeding epics and then having the maze come, or a 2-day maze come, and me not be able to get my coins when I want my coins. So yeah, like, I don't know. I'm in a sticky situation with that. I'm not a breeding fan, period, basically. I've never liked breeding since I joined this game. Aside from that, the Platypus's maze, I got cells, but we've already ranked 2 him. The only thing left for me to rank 2 to get my last 6, I've already got the first 6 rune chests and open them for rune lords to get 50 gems. But my last Lord Platypus is currently ranking, and then I need to rank Bing. And that's it. And then we've got our rewards, and that's as high as I'm taking the page. And since Lord Platypus is already ranking, the extra cells that I got from the maze will go towards me rank 3ing him. I do plan to rank 3 Lord Platypus. He's definitely on my list. It shouldn't even be hard to rank 3 this page, but it's still more dust than I'd like to use, so it's probably not going to happen for a long time unless the season or the era ends, and it's like Mythics where you basically know there's no more coming and you have the ability to choose which ones you want to rank. Then maybe we can go back and worry about ranking certain pages for rank 3 or higher rewards. But as is, that's basically how I'm going to do that. The food event, I do have plenty of monsters to feed, mythic-wise, from the air. So I will be trying to get these 20 gems for feeding 15 mil, plus I'm going to be trying to get a lot of my farms collected during race, which means I usually make a good chunk of food during race. When I say a good chunk, I mean usually 50 mil. Like, usually from the time a race starts to the time a race ends, I accumulate 50 million food from just spending all my gold farming food and collecting it with the Guardian on, usually. And then a free 5 mil from getting 10k points in the race. So that's what I plan to do, guys. And if anything changes, I'll let you know. So it's not really an action-packed video tonight. It's just me basically giving you a heads up of I didn't die and I didn't disappear if you don't see any videos in the next couple of days. But I'm really hoping that, considering that I'm on a more active race team, that we're going to get pretty much the race done by the time that rune boost wears off, the one where your runes cost half as much to craft. And I do look to be trying to make some 10s during that and making some 9s. So, like, I might do some content on that to show you guys how much gems I spend just trying to make some runes. I don't like being bottlenecked in the gauntlet where I can't move runes. I did make some rune changes with the air duels. Let's see, I took all the 10s off of Kodama and I ended up putting 9s on him. I'm not really very demanding of my Kodama anymore, so I think this is a perfect way he's going to stay for a while. When I use him in the gauntlet most of the time, it's just a turn transfer, or, you know, I'm using him because he's faster than the lettuce guy when it comes to doing, you know, like a bomb strat. So to me, I don't think he needed 10s. I took the 10s off Blackfeather and I took the 10s off Lettuce. I think I'm going to put 10s back on Lettuce and I'm going to put 9s back on Blackfeather. Mainly because Blackfeather, he does everything he needs to do without needing any speed. Like, there's never a time where I want to make Blackfeather go first and AoE possess everybody. And there's never really a time where, like, I put speed on Blackfeather, period, meaning he always wears team speed. Whereas with the PvP monster, we got about 20 levels difference coming between him and Blackfeather, which means there's going to be opportunities for me to put speed runes on him and do other things in the gauntlet. So I plan to put 10s back on him so that I can wear faster speeds, and just put 9 team speeds on Blackfeather and use him as the casual late game ability to total blind to stop me from getting alted, whereas the PvP monster can only freeze or stun, and then the immunities wear off. I used to think that the PvP monster was way worse than Blackfeather because he couldn't total blind, but the changing and putting the ability to give himself true vision back on him with a turn transfer has made me think that he's basically just as good as Blackfeather, meaning I could see either way arguing, you know, that, like, oh, I got the PvP monster, he's better than Blackfeather. Another reason why he's probably going to end up being better than Blackfeather for the most part is we all got free cells to the PvP monster. We didn't really get free cells to Blackfeather. So yeah, guys, that's what's going on my channel, and from this point on, I won't be collecting any more gold. I will be saving it for the race. Not that it's going to be much since we already collected up to this point, but either way, like, I'm not interested in trying to make all my points off gold collections. I just don't want to be short gold when it comes to your part gold. That's the only thing that worries me, which it's only usually, I think the max that one goes up to is like 3 million and something, and I can make 3 million in like 15 minutes, I would guess. So yeah, that's where I'm at. That's what I'm doing. And stay tuned for more content on my channel, and I'll see you all when I see you later.